What's up, VeVe gang, and welcome to another episode of the VeVe Show, where we interview the greatest minds from this community. Today, your hosts are NFT Jeremy, Dozer, aka The Comic Way, GAMMAVERSE, and I. So if that sounds like your thing, hit the subscribe button because we do post-drop discussions every single week. All right, guys, it's great to have you all on the show again. How'd you all go on the drop this week? I mean, to this morning.
I didn't get shit.
I got the book on the drop and just got the other ones on the market. So I got that Cthulhu set like I wanted.
I reckon VeVe's just giving Dozer collectibles and he's just hiding it. Yeah. I lucked out too, man. I wouldn't feel bad. Like, my internet was absolutely trash. And like, I was sitting next to the 5G tower, smashing away and nothing. But I just bought everything on drop because it was so cheap. I just think that like this drop is selling cheap because everyone wants to buy the rabbit drop because the mints are so low. And that artist was on the Clubhouse, so everyone's got this emotional attachment going on. Plus, everyone always just wants the next drop. You know, they've got a short attention span. So if people buy now and wait till after this weekend, I just think they're gonna like 2x their money at least. And if they hold longer, more, because it's the first Comic-Con drop.
Exactly. That's why the Cthulhu set's going to hold value. Being the first ever Comic-Con drop, I mean, that alone is the reason people should try completing the set. I mean, it's not going to be selling for $200 later like it's doing right now.
For me, so the rabbit drop, I really do like the rabbit drop, but I only like one collectible in it, and that's the camo. The others, like, I think they look cool, but I just think the camo is just an awesome piece that I want. And I'd want the whole set because, like, if I'm going to have one, I'm going to have the whole set. But as a set, I like the Cthulhu due to the fact is I've read the Chronicles, you know, I've read all the stories from H.P. Lovecraft, you know, I actually know what the story is behind it. So it's like a set that I actually want to hold on to, but I was only anticipating to flip and then get the other set and then buy it back. But everything's so cheap that I wouldn't be willing to, well, I bought on drop anyways, but I wouldn't be willing to sell it that cheap. These things should be selling for $400 each. I was expecting the book to be sitting at $600, like, no joke. I don't know.
That book's going to be animated, dude. I have a feeling that book's going to be animated. And you know what? It's the first ever book on VeVe too.
Well, do you know the story behind Call of Cthulhu? You know what it's about?
So, yeah, it's about this like godlike being that sleeps under the ocean, and all these cultists are going to bring him back to life.
Yeah, so basically you've got the Necronomicon, and so that is the Book of the Dead, and it's used to resurrect the old ones. And so Cthulhu, he's a sleeping one, but he gets into people's dreams and he manipulates them and creates this cult called the Cult of Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu, whatever you want to call it. And basically they use the Necronomicon to sacrifice women and children to summon the old ones, Cthulhu. And Cthulhu lives across multiple planes and dimensions because he's basically a god, he's a priest. And so the whole book, in the premise, it plays on the fear of the unknown, and Cthulhu is essentially not evil. We just are basically the equivalent to cells. We are just like nothing to him. So yeah, and he needs us to sort of survive. And it plays on that, and he's just so good. Like, he inspired like Stephen King, and like he inspired most horror. The horror these days relies on jump scares. This relies on the fear of unknown. Everything you cannot explain, basically he'll create some sort of creature. And his stories are so believable that cults in real life have literally sacrificed people for these gods because they believe in him. He created a mythos stronger than the mythos in the Lord of the Rings for following. It's crazy. He's created his own language as well, just like, you know, Lord of the Rings.
Talking about Lovecraft?
Yeah. What's that?
You talking about Lovecraft?
Yeah, Lovecraft.
Oh, that's
so when did he make those books?
1958.
The numbers on the Cthulhu is the date. I actually don't know.
Like 19, okay.
I actually don't really. I do like him. I don't follow him that much.
But what's crazy, Jeremy, is that Cthulhu actually That story, man, it came out originally in pulp comics in the 1920s, like 1928. That's the book.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So this is basically it's all short stories. So this H.P. Lovecraft, his parents were taken away from him as a kid, because they were literally that insane that they couldn't look after him, and he basically suffers from paranoid schizophrenia and suffers from night terrors. All his dreams, he would turn into books. But the thing is he follows a lot of mythology. His book based on I can't pronounce the name of the beast, but there's a beast which is an omniscient being which basically sleeps constantly, who dreams the world into existence. And that's basically based off a Hindu god called fuck, I can't think of the name. The serpent or whatever. Sorry, not serpent. I can't think of the name. But anyways, enough of that rant. Anyways, but yeah,
It's pretty badass, man. It's cool.
No, yeah, James, I'm glad you said that, man, because you're like the group expert in Call of Cthulhu, man. So I'm glad you told us all that.
He's the guy sitting in a dark room with the H.P. Lovecraft book.
Right.
Ready to cast some spells or something.
Right.
It's good, man.
Conjuring up fucking evil creatures.
Hey, you guys are
literally,
laughing at my vault.
when you read that, you feel like you're reading some sort of devil worshipping book, and it makes like you read that book and you're at home at night, you feel like there's a presence in the room with you. It's just
Oh shit, dude! I'm gonna have to read it, man. I just you said that. I've briefly read it, dude. Now I want to read the full original book, man.
Yeah, that shit sound crazy, my boy.
fucking Cthulhu just attacked me.
All right, Cthulhu attacked your damn attacked your video camera.
Hey, Gamma. Hey, you guys are gonna laugh, bro. In my vault, as soon as I got my Necromon, the book, in my vault, you see him holding it. I even like tweeted it. Him is holding.
I saw that. A whole
Those
bunch of
you have
weird
that
shit. I'm
planned
gonna need
all
I'm gonna
week
need
long.
an NFT angel. Shit.
Yeah,
I
mean,
reckon
him
this set is going to be a
him holding the
game.
book is like, I guess fitting almost.
Do you reckon this set could be turned into a game? I reckon Ghostbusters is going to be turned into a game, and I reckon this set's going to be turned into a game.
You know what, James? I'm glad you brought that up, because this is what I want, man. Like the Call of Cthulhu, it has a big role-playing following. And I know Dave Hughes is a big fan of role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. I hope, dude, and I've said this in the past, I hope that at some point they take items like these and they gamify them into VeVe, where they kind of marry VeVe with role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, like where you're actually using these in an actual game on the board.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I wonder too.
For sure.
See,
Hey, I
sorry.
was gonna say, I wonder too if because I know Evil Dead, they had the Necronomicon, whatever it's called, right? The book. So will that cross over with that, or will they just come up with their own book if they ever come out with Evil Dead? You ever heard of Evil Dead?
Yeah, the thing about Evil Dead is so the next. Sorry, I was just gonna go on to the
Necronomicon. That's what it is.
So the Necronomicon was created by H.P. Lovecraft, and a few people decided to make out like it was actually a legitimate book, and another guy rewrote the book and wrote it and said it was like from like fucking, I don't know, like 3,000 years ago or some shit like that. And he like rewrote it, and a lot of people believed that it was actually like an old book because of the marketing that was around that. And I feel as though because it was around the same sort of time as the Evil Dead, that they would have been referencing that book. Because yeah, like I doubt it'd be the same, because like a lot of people, when they talk about the Necronomicon, don't even realize that they're talking about H.P. Lovecraft. They just think they're talking about the Book of the Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, James. Hey, speaking of artifacts, can I flex a really cool artifact for you guys?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, he got the Todd Mac Baby Blue.
Big dog.
Oh.
What number? Under sub 500 them, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you that right now. Watch this, dude. Look at that shit. This thing's gonna sell out ASAP. 500, bro.
Dude, it's 290. Sweet. I'm gonna be back. I'm just gonna get myself a drink. Okay.
Hey, Gamma, this is what I want to be our secret rare someday, bro. This one right here.
Yes, sir.
You like
that's
that?
hard.
I know Crypto Khaki is gonna love this thing when he sees it, man.
Dude, and then you
That's
can get a
too hard.
296 on VeVe and match it.
Right.
Amazing.
I don't want the same number, man, but yeah, I had to show that. That's like the ultimate flex as far as physical DC Direct Batmans. That's like the Ferrari of them right there, dude.
That's not too hard.
That thing
And
looks
it
good.
stands out.
What's up?
Yeah.
It's such a dollar piece that I almost contemplated not opening. But the reason I bought it was to flex it on the show. That's why I bought it.
Yeah, it looks nice. So with that black background.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it, man.
That's not too hard. So what do y'all think about this next drop coming, man? Who going
I'm
for what?
excited for the Jermaine Page. That's gonna be a good drop, man. Dude, Jermaine Page, that camouflage bunny, it's gonna be just like the ultra rare Labbit and Dragon
Yep.
Ball. It's gonna be on the same page as those, dude.
I believe that Jermaine Rogers, this is just my take. I reckon his piece will outperform Dragon Girl in the long run.
It could.
You
And
think
the
so?
fact that-
Yeah,
exclusive-
just because the whole set is lower mint numbers. So like
Yeah,
you achieve
absolutely.
the whole set's low. Like I think Dragon Girl's what, like 5,000 mint numbers on the common or something like that. Whereas
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, it's
the
higher.
pick-
Yeah.
Labbits had a pretty low mint run too, though.
huh?
The Labbits had a pretty low mint run, and it had six
Yeah.
pieces. I believe.
Yeah, but not 2,222 on the common. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Those are like there are rares that have larger numbers than that. Like even Death had a
It's
larger
ultra rares that got larger numbers than that.
It's the lowest minted art drop that's ever happened on VeVe.
Okay, yeah,
Hey,
100%.
James,
dude.
the only thing I would say to that is with Dragon Girl, it's season 1. And I think like down the road, I think that's where people would see value in Dragon Girl.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, man. Like the fact that there's 2,000 in commons
Mm.
is just insane.
I feel
Like
as
how much
though
those are going to go up in value.
I feel as though like I definitely do think that plays into factor 100%, and that's like my mindset initially. But I think that artist drops are a little bit different in the sense of you're betting on like a rookie card. So like let's say you bought like a PSA 10 fucking Bauman's Best Kobe Bryant card or something for like $100 or $200, and held on to it for like 5 years, and then you'd be able to sell it for like $4,000. It's sort of like you're betting on them before they become famous. These guys are OGs in the space. Jermaine Rogers has a bigger presence than Simon Legno. Simon Legno is only really big in Japan, but Jermaine Rogers is huge. Like people were literally taking photos with this rabbit at the top of Mount Everest. Like he has
Yeah.
a huge following. And I just feel as though VeVe is going to emphasize that and propel that further, and this is just going to go crazy, because like what you got to look at is some Legno is getting involved in things like Binance and just like a lot of the mainstream ones. Jermaine Rogers was getting involved in like heaps of different OpenSea projects and stuff like that, and I just think that's going to contribute towards it, because he's going to be like, hey, all my fans who got this, because they're going to be like signed up for email lists and shit like that. He's going to be like, hey, look, I've got another drop coming up, and his fans are going to follow wherever he goes. And it's just I just think VeVe's going to blow that piece up. I just think, I don't know, I could be wrong, but at the same time, Dragon Girl is a really sophisticated, large piece, and it is the last piece of season 1. I think that's huge too. Plus it's gold. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think
man.
they both will go up. I think what you mean. I think as an individual piece, the camouflage choice rabbit, and then the Dragon Girl, ultra rare Dragon Girl. I think they're both gonna go up exponentially. But then if you want the whole set, then you're right. The choice rabbit set may be a little bit more of a pretty penny.
I think I explained it bad. So when I say because the whole set is low mints, you got to look at the fact is the highest mint number in a set will always drag the top down slightly. It's kind of like crypto or whatever. Well, not actually, that's a bad example, but like whatever's at the bottom is gonna drag down because it affects the set as a whole. I feel like this is gonna be like a prestige set, kind of like completing like Ghostbusters and shit like that. But like
sense.
I could be wrong. I just think every single art drop on this is a better go than going for a big brand, because you're getting a closer emotional connection with the artist because you're buying directly off the artist rather than through a brand who's increasing the mint numbers and taking their cut. And people know that. That's why a lot of people follow NFT projects, because they're artists themselves, and like they follow these projects because they want to get close to the artist. Like when you buy an 888 mint piece, right? However long it takes the artist to make that piece, you're buying 888th of his time that he took to create that. So it's like you're getting, you know what I mean? You're getting that value sort of thing happening there. But I don't know. I just think, I think that these art drops could outperform a lot of the DC drops, like the early DC drops as well. What do you reckon, Dozer? Or do you think
so they can? Because I'm going to go back to what I always preach, man. Mint numbers, mint numbers, mint numbers. It's kind of like the him effect. Like me, I'm a comic guy, but my favorite piece is him, a freaking Powerpuff Girl character. Why? Because he's only 300. Same thing applies to these. Mint numbers are always going to outperform FAs, man. The lowest mint numbers on VeVe will be the most expensive pieces in the long run. Just look at that that Labbit piece, the physical, when they do the physical Labbit piece. I mean, that's going to be the most expensive piece if it's minted at 100, at a number of 100.
Oh, Ron English Rabbit Grin.
Rabbit Grin.
Rabbit Grin. If that thing's at 100, forget about it. It's going to outperform even Rizzo. I mean, Rizzo won't even. Rizzo and ultra rare Harley Quinn won't even stand a chance against them if the mint number is under 100.
For sure.
Dude, I have a feeling that one's gonna be like close to Donnie prices.
I think it's outperformed Donnie.
I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll tell you guys a story.
So like right off the bat,
Terra Virtual does big auctions for like really limited pieces, like 1 of 5 or 1 of 1s, and they do live auctions. Dude, they've sold for like $500,000. So it's gonna outperform Donnie even if it's that low.
So what would you think?
That's a lottery ticket. Woo!
So the first Rabbit Grin that went on the market, like what would you think it would go for?
The first Rabbit Grin was the physical one, right?
Yeah, the one with 100.
The first one that hits the market, I honestly think it's going to sell for 100K, dude.
Yeah,
I reckon
at least 50.
I reckon if you were to jump in and drop it on the market for 30K, it would sell like that instantly.
Yeah,
it wouldn't even sit. It wouldn't idle. It would just be gone as soon as you dropped it.
It's not even going to sell for Donnie numbers. I think it's going to sell at least double of a Donnie. I mean, like it'll
be the first auction on VeVe. They're gonna have to do an auction. It'll be the first auction.
Yeah.
So like that's huge. That's obviously they're gonna make an event out of it.
Didn't they say too that you get the real version in the mail or something like that too?
Yeah, the physical version too. No, and we're talking about
bro.
The digital version. The digital version.
You talking at least 50,000.
Yeah, no, I think even if somebody just sold the digital version without even bringing the physical into the conversation, the digital alone would probably sell double of a Donnie. The physical would sell for another 20, 30 grand.
Yep.
I should have held out. I would have saved like $100. They've all dipped, but this is still really fucking like it was really cheap before, but I just think everyone's selling for this drop.
How's the market looking right now?
Dude, I think if you just jumped on here and bought 10 of these, you'd probably 5x your money of the bronze pieces because they're only $115.
Yeah, that's a joke, man.
Bro, come on. I'm about to log into my other phone here.
I think I'm gonna buy another bronze. I don't know what.
That's so cheap.
Why do people hate the bronze? I reckon the bronze looks the best. It just reminds me. Okay, picture this. If you can theme your showroom and you got it looking like a castle and you got this bronze piece sitting in there, it's just gonna look at home. I don't know.
True. But they consider, when you consider the real life, things like jade, bronze, and gold via VeVe, so. But
is that, bro? Yeah, bloody Logan Wolverine. Wolverine is my favorite superhero. He's not really a superhero. I don't know what you'd call him, but I just think he's fucking sick. Like I fucking loved him after watching the Wolverine movie where he changed from Logan and it had Deadpool in it when he had the big fucking swords coming out.
Dude, I watched that movie. Hugh Jackman had me in the gym the next day, bro. I was like, I want to get Hugh Jackman jacked.
Right.
Hey, I wish I was in my house right now because I actually collect like movie posters. I have a room where we have our like projector, and I have a whole bunch of movie posters, man. I have the original Jaws one. So I saw that Jaws one. If it's a secret rare or whatever it is, man, I'm excited about that. So I'm actually really into these, like Bill and Ted. that movie I can't get into, but the posters
Right.
look pretty cool.
Yeah,
those
The
absolutely.
look
movie
hard.
for me, I wasn't really in that movie either. Like I don't know. I wasn't too big on it, but
That's the one with Keanu Reeves, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Keanu Reeves, man. I'm a huge Keanu Reeves fan, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That
they
guy's
need to
one
come
of
up
my
with a John Wick in that tea.
Yeah, John Wick.
That'd be hard.
I got a lot of respect for that dude, man. He just as a person, man, he's such a humble dude, man. I love,
Yeah.
absolutely love Keanu Reeves, man.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the Back to the Future one because it looks hard, man. It got that I don't want to say like cyberpunk look because I guess it does. It is kind of cyberpunk looking.
It does.
So
Yeah.
It's got that 80s feel to it too, man. That's why I love those posters.
yeah.
You look
Yeah,
like posters
I rock with
directly from the 1980s. Dude, when I saw the example of the Star Wars ones from Mondo, oh my God, dude. Like I was in Disneyland walking and I got that update of the Star Wars posters. I'm in Star Wars land. I almost lost my mind, dude.
Hey, and in the AMA or like the clubhouse, the creators of Mondo or the posters, they even said their stuff sells out in real life just like VeVe, like super quick. So I was like, okay.
So green's going. There's the green. The bloody Jade Cthulhu's going up, and the Necronomicon's going down. I reckon Jade Cthulhu will flip Necronomicon because the Necronomicon wasn't animated, and everyone was like, "It's going to be animated. It's going to be animated." I just reckon it's going to flip it. What do you?
Well, it might not. It'll probably be animated later on. They won't have a book just sitting there and not do nothing. So they probably do it later.
Bro, first of all, I'm confused of why there's like sub 100s for like 700 gems right now.
Because they're trying to get that for the choices set, man.
Insane, man. I'm about to get this.
Choices, bro. Because them rabbits, man, they creepy looking, but they look hard.
They do.
They look hard, and you can line them up right next to your Frank Koziks, like.
Yeah. So my strategy with the choices is I'm probably not going to go for the ultra rare on drop because everyone's going to be on that.
Either.
So I know that like after market they're going to be low, man. They might be as low as like 250, 300, and if they get to that point, that's crazy. This is at least the 1K piece after Comic-Con, or whatever this weekend is. I don't even know what it is anymore, but
sorry, I just zoned out. Are you talking about the camo?
Yeah, so I was just saying, I'm not going to try to get it on drop. I'm just going to get it like after market for like $300, $400, whatever it is.
The camo.
Yeah.
You reckon it's going to be $300?
Dude, I'm telling you, man. People are dumping these prices. They're dumping these prices. I bet I'll find one.
James,
you probably.
Wait, are you talking about the camo rabbit?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to go that low. I'm just saying there's going to be some idiot that flips it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy has found a lot of like low mints for. I watched some of his channel. Like he's found a lot of low mints for low prices. So he'll do it.
That morning, found that Superman, man. It was like first thing I did. First thing I do in the morning, check VeVe, of course, like all of us. Found that Superman. It was like what was it? 124. It was like 1.5K. It's like, man, that's a great way to start the day. Let's go. It's gonna be a good day.
I 100% agree that like low mints and stuff will be worth money in the long run. Like I never go for them because of the fact that I'm broke and like it's just hard to flip a low mint for good money. Like
for now,
straight up. For now. And the thing is for me, I use my collectibles as leverage, and then I come back and rebuy in. That's just how I do it because I haven't put money into this app in like I don't know, like 3 months.
That's good.
Yeah, so like I just don't put money into it. I can't be fucked. I just sell shit and then flip it and then come back because like let's say how I use it. I use it to acquire like other collectibles, but like Jeremy's the king of getting low mints and that shit. I honestly reckon a lot of low mints that Jeremy's finding is gonna like that shit's gonna make you a fucking millionaire because when there's like celebrities and shit in here, they're gonna buy they're gonna want the low mint stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dude,
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I was gonna say, I'll tell you what, like I don't have like my total collection is like 50 at this point. Because like everything I've dumped, anything that's really above like 500, I've pretty much sold. So I'm really stacking up. I'm trying to get to like all double digits, but it is harder to sell. It is harder to sell, James. So you're right about that. But that's just kind of like my style right now.
No, that's I reckon it's good because you're looking at the long term. For me, like I think my portfolio is sitting at like, I don't know, around 30 grand worth of collectibles, and I've got like, oh, not 30, probably like 20 grand. I've got like 50 collectibles, something like 20 grand worth, like 50 collectibles. I haven't really added it up, but just looking at a glance, that's what it would be worth. I feel like those Cthulhu's in the future are going to be like a 20 grand set on their own. So like, I don't really care about what the price is now. What's your lowest mint collectible, dude?
What is it? I have a few in the 50s. There's a 55 Superman right now that I'm trying to get.
Dude.
Probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Dude, that's crazy. Oh, this video won't be up till the end of the weekend anyways.
Okay. Yeah, it's an auction right now. I think it ends in like a day or two. It's like $5,000. I don't think it has a vid yet.
Hey, Jeremy, did my video inspire you to get that low mint Superman, bro?
Dude, I've been chasing Superman, but yeah, I mean, it definitely rekindled the flame. Sure. It pumped me up. I like the intro, like with the epic music. It was just like a great way to start the video.
That scene. It's got that epic Superman song. It's got him flying.
And you didn't even say anything yet. And you're just like anticipating it for you to like spit some facts. That's why it's like awesome. Really
By the time I'm spitting facts, everybody got all excited with that scene already. So I did my job.
Man.
Dude, people were buying before you even said anything. As soon as they saw that thumbnail, they were buying.
That's
Dude,
funny,
I'm this close, bro. I'm this close to hitting 1,000 subs. I'm at 930, man. I can like almost feel the 1,000 subscribers, dude.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Congratulations, dude. You deserve it, man.
And I got one Superman. That's it.
I got one Superman too, man. I got no shame in my game, Grammar.
Yeah.
I got mine on drop. I got the one I got on drop, and that was it.
Yeah.
So Dozer, how do you feel about Ray is, sorry to interrupt, but Ray is talking about, Superman going to 5K floor by the end of the year. I mean, he might be able to make that possible, like himself. But I mean, if it weren't for him, there's no way.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna harp on that too much. But I was just saying, as far if people got a goal and they want to reach it, by all means, and if you got the funds to do that, I'm all for it. Do your thing, bro. I just want to make sure that we all keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody getting condemned for selling a Superman for less than $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because they may be in a predicament where they can't keep the Superman. So, I mean, it may be possible. Don't get me wrong, it may be possible, but I just want to make sure we all do it positively. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with Gamma here. I'm with Gamma here. So when I look at Ray Fixie, like I made a tweet, I'm like, he's legit. I look at him, he's legit, as in, because I seen him on the Clubhouse and I was like, oh, okay, so he actually does care about these collectibles. I could feel it. I'm a pretty good judge on character, and I was like, okay, he's a legit person. But the way he gets angry at people, that is not legit, man. That is not cool, because the way I look at it, that speaks from a place of privilege, because at the end of the day, you've got people who have money and, they can sell these things, but then you've hold on to these things, and then you've got people who don't have money, who need to flip stuff to be able to acquire a bigger collection. And the thing is he's knocking what brought this platform here in the first place. Like, I don't know if people realize, but David Yu became a billionaire from flipping. He flipped his way up, bought a toy shop. He got in with Pokemon from Al Khan. He was a flipper of physical collectibles, and that's how he became the billionaire that he is now. So at the end of the day, it's it's a grind, and the fact that he knocks it, it's like, well, not everyone was born into money. Don't get up, people. Everyone's here. If those flippers weren't here, your fucking Superman wouldn't even be worth $10.
Right. Everybody's needed. Yeah, everybody's needed. So if it definitely can't. I'll say this: Superman will reach 5,000-10,000. Now, how fast it reaches it, I'm not sure, but it will over time. It's just, let everybody in the community and ecosystem is needed. That's all. Like, let's keep it peaceful.
Fixie, like, it'll reach 5,000, maybe not this year, but at some point I do think Superman will reach 5,000.
For
He
sure.
actually liked my video. He actually reached out and told me he liked my video. I'm a fan of his, so I was pretty happy to see Ray Fixie actually liked.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He loves Superman.
Yeah.
Dude, when he seen that thumbnail, he would have jizzed in his pants. He
Oh,
would
yeah.
like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
me and him were talking one day, and I asked him, I'm like, "Do you want me to do a Superman video one day?" And he said, "Please." And I said, "Okay." I'm like, "What's coming?" I'm like, "That's on my plan for Comic-Con." And then, yeah, he reached out. He was real cool. He reached out. He said he liked it. But I agree, man. The Superman, it won't be 5K right now, but within the next once we have like millions of users, it's not out of reach. Todd and Superman will probably be 5K.
It may even be past. I'm pretty sure it'll be past 10,000. Like, you know, when it's millions of people.
Yeah. This is what's crazy, guys. Like, if Superman, okay, if Superman can hit 5K at one point, what the hell will a Rizzo and a him hit?
Right. Well, you got to keep in mind too those Mooglies too, man. Sheesh.
Oh God, Chad. I think I told Chad you own a future $1 million NFT with that golden movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not even kidding.
Sure. I got a video coming out. The next video come out with, bruh. It's no doubt in my mind that these early collectibles, most of them are going to be seen. You're going to be seeing like 5 figures, easy. Most of them.
What's your favorite collectible, Ghana? I've never asked you. What's the best like
all-time favorite?
Yeah, one in your collection that you're most proud of, man.
Well, I'll tell you the one I got in my collection, and then I mean, I'm pretty sure you already know the one, but the one I got in my collection, it's a tie between the Smorkin' Labbit, the ultra rare. Because remember I told you I got the 187, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, dude, that's right. I remember that. That 187 was badass, man. Murder code.
And then of course, you know, the Dragon Girl, I got 818. So I bought that one though, but I was like, man, that's just a cool, clean number. So those are probably my favorite too.
Probably a cooler one, man. That's a good piece, dude.
Which one?
The 187. That's a really clean. piece.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Like, okay, he got a knife in the back, and his one. I thought that was cool.
He's getting murdered, bro.
Yep. So I thought, or it's like he not dead. He like Jason or something. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool number. And then, but you know, my favorite is the Steve Pugh, bro. Right now, the Harley Quinn Steve Pugh, bro. That's one I don't got yet, but I'm more.
I'm surprised you knew about 187 because that's a penal code in California, not in on the East Coast.
Well, yeah, you know, that's kind of like a common term. Like people, you know, they're like, oh, you know, Snoop Dogg 187, like, you know, he had the song. You know, everybody kind of know. You know, nowadays, so it was just like, okay, I can rock with that. So
that's a badass piece, man. I'm happy you have that one, man. That one's gonna be worth a lot later, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that'll be cool. So even if somebody were to get the 187 for that Assassin Rabbit, that'll be hard too.
Oh yeah.
For the Choices Rabbit.
Yep. Yeah, whoever gets 187 for that rabbit, man, that's gonna be a really good piece for any of those rabbits.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got a feeling that the assassin in that set is going to do extremely well. It's got a sick name.
Yep.
It's got a sick description. It's got different colored eyes. It's got the blood on the knife. The artist came out and he said he has to have different colored eyes because he needs eyes like that to do what he's done. So I feel like, you know, and he's red, so he's obviously just killed a bunch of people or something like that. And and basically it was like, you've made your choice, now you have to live with it. And I just feel like a lot of people are gonna like that. I reckon that could go above the blue one because the blue one kind of just looks like an Easter egg, like an Easter bunny.
Yeah, I think they all of their names are outstanding, bro. Like that's like, what is it, like the Protector, the Assassin, Night Watch, and what's the ultra rare?
The Hunter.
The Hunter. Yeah, bro. I thought the names were hard. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool little collection. Like, so that's those are gonna go crazy.
It's funny because people are trying to read into the meaning of these names and the characters. I'm like, there's no meaning to it. It's just a badass bunny with a badass name, man. Like,
it could be whatever it's art. You could be however you want it to be. Like,
you give me a mean looking bunny. The bunny doesn't look nice, bro. Like the bunny looks mean. Like it looks like a mean bunny.
It looked like it got rabies damn near.
Yeah.
You put a bunny on the street, you would not go pet it. I can tell you that right now, man.
Yeah, dude. Look at its posture. It's like sitting there like, yeah, fuck off, cunt. Like crack
exactly.
Yeah, like you took the knife away from him. That still looks like a mean ass bunny, man. Like the rabbits are kind of cute, but that one looks scary, dude.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, them rabbits look off-putting for sure.
But yeah,
Dude,
like,
I like the Hunter. I think that one's going to be my favorite just because of my experience. You know, like I used to be in the military, man. So just like
Right.
that camo looks so
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
That's
That's
why
I
I
what's
think
say
up.
your
I
service,
agree.
man.
I think the
It's nice
Hunter's
to
gonna
hear right
do
now.
the best. The Hunter's gonna, well, of the mint numbers alone, but it's gonna do the
Oh
best
yeah,
because
no
it,
doubt.
when you look at it, you think it looks a little. It's got that bait vibe, and like I don't know. When I
Yep.
look at it, it just looks like a very flippable. Well, not I wouldn't say flippable. I just mean like an asset like that
Highly sought
people would
after
want.
piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just looks like something that eventually you'll drop it on the market for pretty much anything that you want, and it'll sell because there'll be nothing else on the market. People will
Right.
want to hold on to it. You
Right.
know.
See, and it's shit like this where they have to start doing like a staking program. Because I mean, dude, they start staking these. You won't see any of these ones like these are ultra rares minted at 888. You won't see any of them if people start staking them. You'll see like 2 on the auction house at one point maximum, dude. That's why they need to do something like that.
Mm.
Yeah,
So when
they
you say
may have it
staking, are you
where
talking about like renting them out?
yeah, yeah.
That's what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
they just people
Yeah.
stake them. They take them out of circulation. Like the minute you start taking pieces out of circulation from low mint numbers, I mean, it's really gonna like shoot up the price on these.
Mm.
And
Oh, yeah.
then too, so people, so because this is just for me too, as far as what I may do. Like the only time I may really sell like a early, not even a set, but an early NFT, like when it gets to the point where it's millions of people, is if it's something that I really, really want, and I'm like, I know if I sell this one piece, I can get it no problem. So it may still have people that can, or maybe, it'll be a point where like you can do like premier auctions, right? Like you can, hey, I got an auction coming. I'm going to be selling, my Lavit or my choicest Hunter Rabbit, 2 years from now, like, sign up or whatever. And or you got to have so much to be qualified. Like it could get to that point too. So,
Hey Gamma, hey, since your last video though, man, all these are cool. Like the rabbits are cool, the labbits are cool. Bro, none of these are even gonna come close to kaws collectibles when those come, dude.
bro,
Nothing,
listen,
bro.
listen.
Nothing.
It's a couple more artists that I'm gonna put people hit to. But yeah, bro, kaws is one of the top 3, and bro. if kaws
the market.
yeah, bro. I don't care if it was like a 10,000 mint, like it's gonna
Bro, you
get
got
it's
everyone
gonna
talking
get
about
named.
kaws now. It's like all over Twitter.
Man,
Yeah,
listen,
everyone's
because
talking
I was trying to
about
let
it.
people know. They like some of the people I talked to, I'm like, yeah, they got kaws. They're like, well, who is that? I'm like, who is that? Like, y'all don't know? Like, but then I'm like, okay, to the contemporary art world, he Godzilla, but like everybody else who not in that world, it just goes to show how big the world is. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude is over here selling art pieces for, auctioning off art pieces for a few million at a time, and people don't even know. So I was like, oh yeah, let me just put people hit. But it's a couple other artists like that too, like Takashi. I'll drop those too. But yeah, there's a couple artists that I think are coming to VeVe as well. So yeah,
I'm
them
excited.
the
Bro.
big
You're like one
dogs.
of the YouTubers. Anytime you drop a video, man, I'm like excited to watch it, bro. So
Shelly,
I'm
bro,
a fan of yours, Gamma.
Appreciate you. Yeah, because it's a whole bunch of avenues that people can see. Because when it comes to that art world, we got that, and then we also got, like you said, like the comic and the lore, and they even gonna tap into that. And we got the cars. Like, oh my goodness, bro, it's about to get crazy.
Wait till they start making cars customizable, like when you can actually customize your rims.
Bro, I got a video coming out about that too. God willing, yeah.
So Fast and the Furious customizable cars. I mean, I can't wait to see what we're gonna do with that. That's why people
bro,
are
at that point,
bro. It's the first car. It's the first licensed car, man.
With the DeLorean.
No, the Ecto. It's like an official General Motors car, man. First General Motors.
Oh, you talking about as far as like being crafted, for sure. Well, I think the DeLorean it wasn't by GM, but it was by somebody. But yeah, like exactly, bro. So when it comes out to where they can fully, like, you can grab a car body and then fully change oh my goodness, bro. I'm gonna talk about it in my other video, but
I'm excited.
It's gonna get crazy.
Probably gonna have some Fast and the Furious scenes in there. I'm
ready.
Right?
That's gonna get crazy. Yeah, so it's a lot to come. And then too, then you can the one thing I do wonder is because they're coming out with the VeVe-verse, is it going to be like a grown-up section and then like something for kids? Like as far as like you got to be a certain age to reach this part of the VeVe-verse, or like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. That's a good question, dude. That's actually a really good question. I don't know if they'll do that, man, because I mean, I think the LOLs are going to bring kids in, but I think at the same time, as of right now, I don't think they're expecting kids to be affording like these Cthulhu sets or any of these high.
Oh, no. But I'm saying eventually, once you get to mainstream, you got to have, you know, like teenagers and stuff gonna have to be a part of it, right?
They could do that, because I tell you right now, the LOL drop is going to bring a lot of kids in, man. That's going to bring in a lot of kids.
Exactly.
You're talking about more for like separating the kids from the adults. For
right.
Like,
Because technically, keep it real, like Powerpuff Girls is for children. So, but you don't want to block them off from it, but it's really for children. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how they gonna like separate the VeVe-verse, like how it's gonna be like all panned out, you know?
That's why I trip out when I see, man. I'm like, this is a children's cartoon. I'm like, this dude's creepy as hell, man.
Right. Well, yeah.
I'm excited about that museum where they're gonna have all the 41s. I think that's gonna be freaking amazing.
That'll be
so
too
cool.
hard. You get to see everything, bro. Like every single one in existence. I just don't know how, bro. That museum will be endless. You know what I'm saying? Because like the more they keep dropping, that's a lot of data and a lot of rendering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot, bro.
That's why I'm kind of wondering how they're going to build this. If it's going to be on PC or like, I mean, obviously it is, but like, how are they going to be able to do that to make it work across all platforms?
Every single collectible, bro. That's a lot of rendering.
Yeah, I mean, going into people's houses or whatever, and I mean, obviously, you would have to like walk into their door, and then their individual house would have to load and render.
Right.
But still, dude, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of data.
Yeah.
And it's hard to think for us because we're so like small-minded right now because all we have are our phones and this basic showroom. But
yeah,
you know,
it's
5-10 years down the road, this is going to be like, dude, remember when we had those static figures that did nothing in that ugly showroom?
Yeah, it's a one thing I quickly learned about VeVe and David and, you know, the whole team. You know, they are usually light years ahead, even what we think, right? Because sometimes I try to be on their level, and it's like not like even with the Todd McFarlane Batman, right? They made 7,500 editions, and people were saying, "Oh, that's too many." Like, but it's like, no, like, man, a year from now, 7,500 is absolutely doo-doo. That's nothing, bro.
Nothing.
That's nothing. So they already knew, like, okay, like, we got to make this a sizable amount, but it's still gonna be super rare in the long run. Like, and people weren't even thinking like that yet. So
yeah, that's why I really like fell in love with them in the first place. Is just because, you know, they've planned everything, man, for like years in advance. They were doing NFTs before anybody even knew what they were.
Exactly, bro. It's crazy to think that they were working on this 3-4 years ago. Like, what?
Yeah, right. Like if you were to tell me about that like 3 years ago, I'd be like, what is that? It sounds so stupid.
What?
You know,
bro, come on, man. That's crazy that they even were on that level to keep the vision going. Like, no, listen, bro. Like, and shouts out to the licensors who believe, you know, even back then. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be something to be like, okay, like I may have to see this before I actually give you the rights to it.
Yeah.
But some of, you know, for the people that did it already, like, shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, even like big licenses, like just getting DC off the bat like that as your first drop.
Right. So, and I know whoever gave the license was like, yeah, I want to raise. Like I called it right. VeVe was the future. You know what I'm saying? So,
dude, I feel like there's a big backlog of all these people that are trying to get into VeVe now. Like licenses.
Man, listen.
Like they probably have like a very strict application at this point because there's so much on the backlog.
Like, oh, I see what they do now. Like, let me go ahead and it's like now you gotta wait. Like, we tried to give you early access.
Yeah, right.
You gotta, you know, so it's gonna get to that point. That's why I was hoping, like, I hope everything is still good with Comic-Con and VeVe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what may happen or whatever. but I hope Comic-Con as a whole, as a convention, is still, the bridge is still good and intact with VeVe, and maybe something just fell through that, hey, what, you know, no harm, no foul. So, because, you know, I would hate to have it where, you know, Comic-Con is never involved with VeVe ever. So you know, let's just hope that.
Well, like Reese was saying yesterday, the different Comic-Cons are owned by different companies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was a big one. The San Diego one was obviously very big. So hopefully, you know, like you said, they didn't cut ties.
Right.
But there's going to be so many different conventions.
Yeah, I'm not worried about VeVe. I'm worried about the conventions. VeVe good.
Yeah. Worried about Comic-Con. Comic-Con's done
Right,
now.
I'm worried about Comic-Con. I ain't worried about VeVe. It's
As
too
far as I'm
late.
concerned, VeVe will replace Comic-Con because there'll be Comic-Con every single day. We would want to go to
true.
Comic-Con when you can just be at VeVe.
Yo, James, I thought you fell
It
asleep
will be
there
a
for a
VeVe
second.
con.
No, I ducked out for a bit. Got a drink and stuff.
You were like looking down like this for a while. I thought you were gone.
No.
Little nap.
I was looking at my phone. I was just watching the marketplace, seeing what.
Yeah, I'm
everything's
watching
doing.
too. Super low right now.
Bro, did you notice that
stupid amount of money?
Did you notice that the bronze are raising? I reckon it's going to equalize a bit. As I was saying, buy heaps of bronzes because I just think that's going to be your best return on investment of the secondary. But they're up a bit, so I don't know now. But I just think everything here will sell for at least, like all the Cthulhu's will sell for at least 300 after the weekend.
And what did you say they were at? They're at 115, right?
Yeah, they're at like 148 now.
Yeah, they're at 144 now.
Yeah,
Still like really low.
they drop back to 120. I'd start buying them.
Yeah, like even I'm kind of tempted to get another one.
I'm almost tempted just to buy these and just wait till after and then use those gems from flipping all the ones that I stack to buy the rabbits. Just because I feel as though like the rabbits are going to go up heaps, but they're going to stabilize. I reckon it's going to be around the 1,000 mark. And I just reckon that if I buy like 10 of those Cthulhu's,
Right.
Oh, not 10, sorry, like 5 of those Cthulhu's, I'm probably going to make, $2,000 off that.
Right. You can flip it faster than just one big rabbit.
No, but I actually want the rabbit set. I actually want to have it as a set that I hold for like years.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
So like what I was thinking is I'll be able to buy them for like 140 gems, flip it for like 3, 4, maybe 500 gems. I don't think it'll reach 500. I reckon like 400 for like a bronze, and then just start buying rabbits, dude. But at the same time, the rabbits might just skyrocket because I feel like these are dipping because everyone wants the rabbits, but I don't think people are going to be flipping rabbits for the 2D Mondo art. I just don't see that happening.
Probably not. I'm still going for the Mondo art though, but yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely going for it. But I mean, they're not going to flip it to buy it on the secondary marketplace because people 2D just doesn't do well yet because people can't visualize it yet. Yeah, they chuck in their showroom. Yeah, they chuck in AR, whatever. People want a collectible they can walk around, look at, and feel like they're next to something. But like when the VeVeVerse is an actual thing, your walls in your house are going to look weird with their artwork on them.
You're right. Yeah.
People are going to come back in those Mondo pieces. Like once like Showroom 2 releases, they might go up a bit. But I think it's like once it's actually VeVeVerse and you can visit each other's places, that 2D cover art will just 5x.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So the Back to the Future is going to be big.
Yep.
People are going to want those with their DeLoreans and hoverboards, man.
Yeah.
And I think eventually they're going to get into like the actual like 3D figures of Back to the Future. And they announced Bill and Ted, I don't know if they announced it, but they kind of like teased it that they were going to have the Bill and Ted like 3D figures.
Yeah.
I think
I can see that.
I think that's this weekend. Like they have the 2D art, but then they had a picture of the phone booth or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't come this weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see if they announce anything. If they announce more drops like today, I think these prices are going to keep going down. But if they don't announce any more drops, I think it's going to start moving up nicely.
I don't know, man. I think I just got a hunch that there may be one more drop. Maybe not because of the whole fall through, but we'll see,
I hope so, man.
I hope so too.
Dude, another thing with that Jaws poster, can you imagine like a 3D Jaws?
Yeah.
Freaking insane.
And that
If they
jaw
can do
poster
that.
is super hard because how the sky and the water make the that junk is
Yeah.
dumb hard.
It looks cool.
You know what? You know what artwork style I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for when they start doing pictures that you can look into. So it'll be on the wall, but it looks like you're looking into it. So it's like 3D inside of it. So like you'll walk around it. As you walk around it, it'll look like you're looking into an area, like a void or something like that. That's gonna happen. It'll happen.
I know what you're talking about. They got like phone like phone backgrounds that do that, where it look like wherever you look, it looks like you're looking through the phone. And
yeah, and that's gonna happen. Imagine how sick that's gonna look. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, and they'll do it. Like have a look at that. The Pride was surprising. Like I didn't expect any animation like that in a 2D art, like at the stage. Right. And then it happened. Like it wouldn't surprise me if they surprised us with something like that, you know. So not soon, but like, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if like they come out with something like that. But
sure,
man, what do you reckon is going to perform the best out of the 2D art? Like I reckon a lot of people are going to like a lot of people are saying, oh, we're going for the Bill and Ted because we love Bill and Ted, but I think everyone's going to go for the DeLorean because the DeLorean looks the best.
Back to the Future by far.
It's way cooler.
With Dakotas for sure.
It just looks cool, man. It's got that vaporwave look to it.
Yep. Hey, that's also, it got like a cyberpunk feel to it, like you know, like a mix between that and like that 80s vibe, whatever, like, or 70s, whatever it is. The one that like it reminds me of like Thor Love and Thunder, how that it looks like retro but futuristic at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. So
yeah, that's just Back to the Future. Like that vaporwave look. You'll see it on a lot of like lo-fi music videos and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey James, hey guys, I gotta take off, man. We'll chat later though, dude.
Oh, real?
That boy's trying to get to that cell tower.
He's gotta be there 2 hours early.
Right.
After this video, everyone's gonna be parking at cell towers.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, bro.
I don't think people have clued onto it yet, man.
Yeah. So I'm trying to log off before I freeze like this again.
The most epic freeze of all time.
Those knows.
Yeah. All right, Gamma. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm super happy you joined us again, dude. Like I said, you are always welcome on this show, man.
Appreciate you, my boy. Yeah. So I'll be here whenever y'all need me, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Gamma, man, you're gonna be big in this space, dude. I know it.
Oh, for sure, man. Likewise, everybody eats, man. Everybody eats, bro. Good vibes only.
All right, Jeremy, have fun, man. Like it looks fun wherever you're at. Every time you're at, you look like you're at like a hotel every time I talk to you, man.
Dude, I'm in a coffee shop in the middle of a small town in Texas right now because we're driving up to Colorado. Right. So yeah, it's not the most fun, but it's all good.
Okay, all right, man. All right, Jeremy.
All right,
James.
All right, man.
We'll talk later, my friend.
Have a good one, dude. Catch you later. Peace.
Yeah, I'm just eyeing these sub 100s, man. Like I can get a whole sub 100 set. These things are like 500 each. I can't do it. I gotta be ready to get this Superman later.
It's so many decisions, bro.
Yeah, there was a Pride that sold today in auction, and there was like a 48, man. I think it sold for 5K.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not done. It ends in an hour. Okay.
What does the Superman?
Oh no, the Pride. It's 58. Ends in an hour.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, I know.
That was my biggest sleeper, bro. I went for the Cleopatra instead of the Pride, bro. That was my biggest sleeper, bro. I should have went for the Pride.
I watched
you should have watched my video.
You know what? You know the crazy part? I watched his video, bro. I watched it first. I watched it and then I was like, yeah, well, the Cleopatra only got this. And I'm like, and I know Da Vinci is on that. But I was like, then when he put that video, I'm thinking, okay, everybody gonna go for Pride. So I'm like, let me just go for something and steal, bro. I should have went for Pride, bro.
So
holy shit. Pride? The fucking book opens.
Get out of here.
Nah, just fuck with you.
Man, come on, man. I'm about to say, hold on, bro. That's about to 5x that shit real quick.
But they did,
Yeah,
they
bro,
did
but
say they're going to have Easter eggs when this website opens up, or their little
they
metaverse thing.
did.
So we might have some more animations coming.
They did.
I reckon
Maybe
they're
that
gonna
Oh,
caused
you know that's
Cthulhu.
coming. You know that's coming.
they're
Hell
gonna take
yeah.
mini games before like combining everything together. I feel like when they make a set, that set works with each other. And then like they'll have mini games and stuff like that. And then later on they'll combine everything. It just seems like it would be easier to do. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, and listen, but then the key too to having a very, very successful VeVeVerse is like these video games, like the gaming aspect, it has to be A1. It has to be like Rockstar, like with Grand Theft Auto, and like they have to do it where it knocks it out the water, right? Because it can't be like a little cell phone video game. It has to be like, like, oh, this is actually fun to play. If they get that down pat, it's really out of here. Really out of here.
You don't think it would do well if it just looked like VR chat and everyone just like went in there and talked shit?
Yeah, that's a off the shelf seller right there for sure. Yeah.
The VR chat was actually pretty fun.
Ray Fixie
I mean,
standing in his
it looks
showroom
like
and
garbage,
people
but-
like walking up to him with collectibles. Can you buy this, Ray Fixie? And be like, yeah, throwing
We're
money
going to
out.
be having him sign the
right.
collectibles. Can you sign my Superman, Ray?
Right.
Standing in line.
Right. but no, like once it gets to the point where it's like it's a very standard way of like, okay, you can play games over here, you could just commune over here, you can trade over here, bro. Once they get all that put together, man, the VeVeVerse is gonna be the biggest thing popping, bro.
Hey, you'll have Wendy over there standing in a corner doing the trades.
Right.
The escrow.
Right, doing the escrow, because it could really become a thing of its own. Like, that's what I'm going to talk about in my next video, and I'll just kind of give y'all a heads up. But I'm not sure if you guys heard of GTA RP. Have you guys heard of that?
Nope.
See, that's what bro. GTA RP, basically, people took GTA 5, they modded the coding, and then made it where like now it's like real cars in it, real clothes, real occupations. You could be a cop, you could be a mailman, whatever, to get money in the game, and then work your way up to buy like cars and a bigger house and all that. It's great, bro. Listen, and it's the most popular game, top 3 most popular games, and like to this day. And it came out, and GTA 5 came out in 2013.
Yeah.
Bruh. Come on, man. It's like that's what VeVe trying to do. Like,
So that version is like playable?
Bro, what? Everybody listen.
You're talking,
like I said, I'm talking about it in my video.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'll have
LeBron
to look
plays
into
it. Bronny, who's
Damn.
LeBron's son, plays it. Like, bro, everybody plays this game, bro. Like, it's crazy, but it just goes under people's radar because they never really. If you're not a gamer, you don't know about that life. Like, but them gamers, they know about GTA RP. Every gamer.
I mean, I play games, but I'm not like hardcore about it. I'm a huge GTA fan.
In Australia, we've got a mod for GTA, and they just modified it so that you're driving around and everything. It's made to look like Australia, and you're driving around in a cop car, and you're assaulting civilians.
Oh no, I don't know.
It got banned from Australia, like it was on the news and shit.
Yeah, it ain't that, but this is like a commerce. It's almost like, and then so for example, let's say somebody got a car, right, that you want, right? They got like a 1-of-1, like, I don't know, like a Bentley or something, right? Like, you can either trade in GTA RP, or you can give them real money, like fiat currency, and then they'll give you the car, bro.
Wow.
That's VeVe, bro. That's VeVe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen,
I gotta check that out,
bro. It is thousands of GTA RP servers. Thousands. It's thousands of people that play this. Thousands, maybe millions for sure.
Man, that Necronomicon. Sorry. Do you reckon? How long do you reckon would it take for them to achieve that? Because if that's a mod, on GTA, and some random people have made it. Realistically, VeVe should be able to achieve that because it's
Come
like,
on, man. Listen, VeVe is gonna. There is, as far as we know, they're not half stepping. Right? They're gonna get the best of the best at all times. So that, you know, it's only a matter of time. And then the cool thing about this, it's a developing story, right? So let's say they come out with some gameplay interaction, and people are like, well, you know, we should add this, we should add that. They listen to the community. So it's only a matter of time before they like, okay, we'll implement that, and then, you know, it's gonna be huge, bro. It's gonna be huge.
for all we know, they probably already built out a quarter of this metaverse.
Sure.
Like not fully like done, but like built out a quarter of, like, you know, the area and whatnot. And
For sure.
Yeah,
And
they said
if,
they've made some progress on it.
crazy.
yeah, I believe it. And even if, let's say they don't even have like a gaming aspect to it. Let's say if it's just purely collectibles, right? Which it won't be. But let's just say it's just only collectibles, right? It's still gonna pop off. Still. Y'all know about CryptoPunks, right?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. CryptoPunks is, come on. The latest one sold for 11.8 million, bro.
Yeah.
A CryptoPunk.
Yeah, like I guess they're unique,
Bro.
but like, what utility do they really provide?
They not you, bro. They about as unique as 8-bit Mario, bro. Come on,
No,
bro.
I'm just saying, like, the original concept, but after a while they all look the same, so it kind of gets old.
They all, bro, listen. And they sold for 11 million, bro.
Yeah,
come on,
it's wild.
And they have no value outside of what people are paying for it, bro. Come on, bro. And you telling me a Batman? Okay, like that's what I'm saying. That's how I know this is about to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If they were just like random people or like CryptoPunks or something, then yeah, I mean, they're just any other NFTs.
Exactly. So it's
Dude,
only a matter of time.
I was thinking something like Roblox or like the Sandbox. If you see like gameplay of the Sandbox, like the graphics aren't that great, but I think it would be a good start.
Yeah,
and eventually over time, you know, I don't think they're going to jump into a GTA style thing.
Oh
right
yeah,
away,
no,
right?
yeah, no.
It's going to be too intense.
But that's years down the road. But I'm just saying, if for the aspect that people are paying real money to get a digital car in a video game, right? Just to drive around in. That's what VeVe does now. Now you can't drive it yet, but you paying real money to get a digital car. Like, same thing.
Do you have your drivable ready? Do you guys know what you're going to drive when it comes out?
I'm definitely driving that DeLorean. I got 8008 too.
Nice. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my 58 Ecto, so I'll be rocking that.
Ooh. And you know, it'd be hard too if I guess you probably couldn't do it because the license plate come with like the DeLorean, but if your license plate was the number of your NFT, that would be hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing is like they were talking about is like having like some way to identify the mint number.
Yeah.
And some people don't care about that, but like that would be a big deal to me, obviously. But
yeah, some people want to show off. I'm all for it. Like, hey, like pop off. You know what I'm saying? You got that collectible. You worked hard for that. Like, yeah, that's what that's what you want. You know, so I'm for it. Like they're gonna add it eventually. You know, they're gonna add it eventually.
With the VeVeverse, right? I don't know if you've ever like worked with like they're not using Unreal Engine, they're using Unity, but I don't have experience of Unity. But like in Unreal Engine, if you like initially you start off with like a preloaded stage which you can just drop an avatar into and you can walk around and do whatever, and that will be Unreal Tournament or something like that, and like you start with that, but like you can sort of build from there and whatnot. And when I look at the VeVe showroom, the initial VeVe showroom just sort of looks like a sort of start, like just a thing thrown together, the original VeVe showroom. The new one looks really good. So like when I'm looking at the new one, I couldn't imagine them downgrading the VeVeverse from that and then you jump in and explore that. I reckon it would connect from that and you'd be able to go out and then all the showrooms will look like that, and everything will be that kind of graphics. So if you look at the graphics and the shading of that, from what I see, like that is more than enough for me to immerse in. Like I'm not fussier than that. If they start with that kind of graphics, I'm gonna be super happy. Like if they start off with the graphics of the old showroom, I would have been super happy. You know, that's a big step up against, you know, most NFT projects. And yeah, like I just don't think Trevor's gonna release anything that looks shoddy.
Right, you wouldn't want a showroom with 8K lighting and then your avatar is Minecraft. Like that wouldn't look right.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
That's
feel
a good
that.
point.
I feel that.
Yeah,
Very true. Very true.
plus
Yeah.
Trevor's mad for shading and stuff like that. Like lighting has to look right.
That's why I said, bro, he the Shadow King, bro. Trevor the Shadow King. They need to make that an NFT, bro. Trevor the Shadow King, secret rare, bro.
The Shadow Lord.
I'll tell you what, you did a good job with
Lord,
the lighting on that new showroom, because that thing looks beautiful.
Oh
Bruh.
yeah, with all the downlights.
This the crazy part. I already thought the first showroom to me was already fun. I mean, people act like it's like, oh, it's just, but I'm like, bro, it ain't no other NFT project with like a showroom already built in. Like, you know, you just gotta download something else. And like, bro, this is like the showroom is already built in. You can put the collectible right in it. I thought that was like A1. And then now they're bringing out another one. So
way ahead of the game. Any other NFTs you collect, you just look at it on your computer screen.
Right, that's it.
Open
like,
your Nifty Gateway. You're like, well, this is fun.
That?
So what do I do with this?
Right, you just bought it. Now you looking at it on a website.
Yeah.
What are some upgrades you'd like to see, like done to VeVe?
Digital frames.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
Digital frames.
Like one I can put in my house.
So like you can have like, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna say
like a picture frame you put in your house. So then it's like a TV screen or whatever. And it has one of your collectibles or two, and eventually maybe they can like interact with each other. You know.
Okay, I get you.
You know, Mahomes throwing to Tyreek Hill or something.
Yeah.
NFL comes out.
That would be
like
cool.
like for example that like the Ultraman or something. It could just be digital in your crib. Like that's what they probably gonna have like third parties that's already working on that. You know that's coming. They probably already got it.
Yeah, dude. Even like a Pride, like a life-size Pride in my house. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Like one upgrade I'd like to see in the like in the showroom and stuff. Now, like, I don't know how everyone else would feel about this, but like I like being able to blow up everything in AR, and I think that's really cool. But I just reckon it would be nice to have a maximum size on the collectibles once they're in the showroom, so you can just sort of like put them to their proportions and everything.
Like their actual one size. Yeah.
Yes, so that when everything's next to each other, they're at their actual proper portions.
That's very smart.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's not one way bigger than the other. To me, it makes more sense because at the end of the day, the bigger you blow something up, even though it's like a vector, like it's the pixels and stuff are gonna get bigger. The anti-aliasing or whatever, however you pronounce it, is gonna start getting a bit whack. So but then again, everyone would get mad because people do some really creative stuff in their showrooms. I just like if you could put stuff in the showroom and you had the option to be able to set the scale size to it, just press scale and then it would just sit at that size.
Yeah, they should just have a scale. It should be a button that says scale 1 of 1. And then it'll just scale to the whatever the actual scale is supposed to be. Because you're right, if you got something that comes out that's like supposed to be a giant, like the Iron Giant or something, you know, you want to, I don't want to have to guess how big it is. Just let me know, you know what I mean? So that makes sense.
Because for me, when I display collectibles, like I really like when other people get creative. I think it's really cool. But for me, I'd like to be able to just sit it on my shelf. It be the right size. Sit in my house, be the right size, not have to worry about it because I just want to be like, oh, so this is how big it is. You know, I'll be in VR and I'll be like, oh, so that's how big it is. That's dope. Fucking Batman, damn, Batman's 7 feet tall. You know,
right. Right.
Yeah,
I'm with
that was brought up in one of the AMAs. Someone was talking about that, like scaling and snapping tools, and they
Oh,
said
really?
they would be interested in looking into it. So we could be seeing that with the new
Mm,
showroom.
that would be dope. That would be really dope.
Then yeah, if we get those shelves, it'd be sweet.
Mm.
Don't have
Yeah.
to use
Not only
hoverboards.
that, but them shells, and then you get like they said they're gonna come up with like branded content where it'll be like a platform, but it's like a Batman platform. Like that'll be too hard.
Oh, you're talking
Mm.
about like the Batcave?
Yeah, like even that, or like just in general, like if you got like a Superman, you could have like a post at the bottom of it that looks like Metropolis or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
hard.
So, what do you guys reckon of this trade? I'm gonna obviously buy the collectible up again, but how I achieved my set for Call of Cthulhu was I sold a Superman and completed a Call of Cthulhu set. I just think that's a good trade because I just think that the Call of Cthulhu set realistically should be worth more than one Superman collectible because it's
Yeah.
quite low in mints and it's a Comic-Con exclusive. What do you guys reckon?
Ray's gonna be
if it-
pissed.
What's that?
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I said Ray's gonna be pissed, bro.
Right.
Oh no, I
You could be
plan
like,
on
"How dare
buying it
you?"
up again. I plan on buying it again, but for me, I prefer the Call of Cthulhu. I'm actually not a Superman fan. I just bought it because it was shiny.
Yeah, bro. Listen, it's whatever is your collectibles. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
whatever you feel you deem appropriate. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. If, like I said, bro, if Logan comes out, or if Miles Morales comes out, or the Hulk, and it's a low mint in its first appearance, I might sell some of my Batmans. I'm pretty sure I would actually. I don't care if they
Yeah.
season 1, because I'm more into Marvel than I am DC. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm. I love Marvel, dude. I actually
yeah.
don't like DC really.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest DC fan. Like I like Batman, don't get me wrong. I like the Joker as far as a villain. I think he's brilliant. But if it comes down to it, what I grew up on, what my dad took me to go see was Marvel. So that's what I'm more, and so that's what I'm saying. I would be more of a collector of Marvel. So I wouldn't be as, now I got 2 Tides, but I'll be willing to give up one. So, to get a Marvel piece that I really want. It's just all about what you want to collect. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think Marvel's gonna be way more popular than DC personally.
It will be. It will
It'll-
be. But everybody got their own like lore and comics and things that they like to dive into. Like I'm pretty sure, like let's say if I had a Lord of the Rings piece or something, I'm not really big in the Lord of the Rings as much as I know some of my other homies are. They would probably spend more money on it if I were to sell it, and then I could get my Marvel NFT. So, and I think that's where VeVe wants to be at, in that position, because they're gonna get there. But yeah, that's how I see it. Like we can flip to make money too. Don't get me wrong, because I definitely want to make some profits. But
Yeah.
if it's something that I really really like, I'm a split with something that I don't care about. I don't care if it came earlier. You know what I mean? So that's just
Yeah,
me.
and James, for you, this set was something that you were looking forward to.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
something that's valuable to you.
The
It's something that's your personality.
that's why I really like art. I like Cthulhu more than this. I don't really know this artist. I did some research into him. I think he's really cool. I really like the hunter piece, and like I was looking forward to the hunter piece on its own more than everything else, just because I think it's going to be a good asset to hold. But like, I think that's why I really like art pieces, dude, because I just feel like no matter what you like, at the end of the day, anyone who is on VeVe would love to have a hunter in their showroom. You know what I mean? Like the only way I just think someone wouldn't want it is it look creepy or whatever. But if people may not want to spend the amount that it's worth in the future, but everyone will respect that piece.
Right.
It's art.
Right. That goes for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I guarantee, bro, it's no way that everybody that has a Batman or a Penguin or Harley Quinn are true fans of DC. You know what I'm saying? We all know, like, okay, it's a valuable piece. Like, so that's how anything else would be. They, you know, because I'm, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Batman. I love certain Batmans in particular, and love certain Harley Quinns, Steve Pugh. But I'm not about to, you know, I know that I'm holding on to these for something potentially bigger in the future, where somebody who truly wants this as an avid Batman collector will want to have, and I can give it to him or sell it to them. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, like for me, like I'm not a fan of Batman, but I really like Todd McFarlane. And I would actually be more excited about a Todd McFarlane cover art than I would the Todd McFarlane itself. Even though the Todd McFarlane's going to be worth more, I just think that I really like his style of artwork, and I just like to see those vibrant sort of colors in an art piece that's on my wall or something like that. I just think it'd be really cool. But yeah, like what was I going to say? But like a lot of people are saying, like, I know I'm not going about that whole flipping thing, but like a lot of people will say, you know, you're stealing collectibles from people who could want them by like raising the floor price. And I'm like, come on, bro, you're at every single drop. You can't tell me you're a fan of everything on VeVe.
Yeah, not at all.
Like I'm a fan of VeVe. I'm a fan of VeVe. I'm a fan of the ecosystem. I'm a fan of the psychology behind it. I really love the way people purchase and the market behavior. I like that. But like so far, the only thing that I've been a real fan of is the Cthulhu. And I wasn't a follower of this particular artist before. But once I found out, I really liked Simon Legno. I've got the full Unicorno set, and that's my favorite set on VeVe. Even though it's not the most expensive, I just think that's a really fucking cool set. Like the Ritmo and whatnot like that, you know. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be the most valuable, so it would be foolish not to aim for stuff that's more valuable, because like what happens when Marvel or Harry Potter or something drops and I'm a fan and I miss out because I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to save the collectibles for the people who are true fans.
Right. That would make no sense, because that's how the economy works. Like, you gotta have it. If everybody got the collectibles they wanted, or like, you know, it all went to the perfect or right people, first off, it wouldn't be no marketplace. And second off, it wouldn't be no point of that thrill of trying to get what you want or trying to acquire what you want. You know what I'm saying? And everything would be not worth having, because if everybody got what they wanted, it wouldn't be collectible worthy. You know what I mean? So it's all a part of the game. Like, it's all a part of the game. Like, that's why I never get mad at it, because if you grew up with like I grew up trying to collect too, like, and that was part of the rush. Like, damn, I got the one that everybody else wanted. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get it, it's okay. Because guess what? It's going to be something else that you may have that somebody else really wants, and they wish they were in your shoes. You know what I mean?
Every week, man. Every week.
Yeah.
There's something new.
That's how it is. That's the game. That's how it go, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And people will be like, oh, you got that whole drop. Like, how did you achieve that whole drop? And they're like, get mad over it and be like, dude, like, you could have achieved the whole drop if you just went for the commons and bought 5 commons while everyone was focusing on the ultra rare and like sold them. And then, well, like, that's a bad example, but like, it's more elaborate than that. But I don't really want to go into lots of detail. But yeah, if you can't afford something or you're not going to get it on drop, there's always a way of getting it. You just got to study the market. And if you're not willing to put the time into the market yourself, well, it's not anyone's fault but yours, is it?
Right. And it'll get, when it gets to the point where there's, it really feel like that too, because there's only so many drops, right? When they, like they said, when they come out with drops like every day, and you know, whenever they feel like it, and there's so many collectibles out here, it won't feel as crazy, right? Because then now everybody has the collectibles in the lore that they are striving to get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I can go into your crib, you in the Marvel. I can go into your crib, you in the Adventure Time. I can go into your crib, you know what I'm saying? So now it's not like, oh, we're fighting for any collectible. We don't care if we like it or not. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
I think you definitely have to have some conviction too, like knowing, like, because James, you have your unicornos, and that's going to be something that you hold. That's something you enjoy, but at the same time, you're still making money,
right?
Doing some flips here and there. And like you said, there's nothing wrong with flips. Like
No.
it has such a bad rap in the community, but like it's good to like liquidate. Like for example, before all these items dropped over the past couple of days, I liquidated, some of my collectibles, and I was just sitting on gems just because I didn't know what was going to happen. So it's okay to do that. Like it's not a big deal. And you made what? You turned $100 into 2,000 in like 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I liquidated 2 Supermans when they were like 600 and whatever, and now they're like 500 and something after that Comic-Con news. And like I said Comic-Con will come and that Superman is going to drop. I know that the news is relevant to it and whatnot, but at the end of the day, people were gonna sell that Superman because it's hot and they want to buy the collectibles. And it's like buying the rumor, selling news. It's just like crypto.
Yep. Yeah. So it's all fair and love and war, bro. It's like it come with it, bro. It come with it. And to me, like that's what I said. Like today, for the Cthulhu drop, when it first happened, bro, my phone crashed. I was on buy now, I pressed it, it deleted. I didn't get mad. I'm like, hey, that come with the territory. You know what I'm saying?
That was me last week, man. That was me last week. I didn't get anything. So
yeah, it's okay. I haven't got on drop day for the last 3 drops. I have got nothing, but I'm still cool with it because it'll be all right. I'm blessed. The way I see it, I'm blessed that I was able to get something for Nightwing. I'm blessed I was able to get a Smirking Labbit. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them type things.
So what is your strategy with the drops, Jeremy? Do you just finger bash the buy it now button, or do you hold that sucker down and flick it up?
So last week, the reason why I didn't get any ectos is because I was holding it down. That was a mistake. So yeah, definitely hit that. Do what I was talking about, right? Like
Dozer finger bashed it both times and it worked both times.
Yeah. So I had 2 phones and I was 2 for 2. So
wait, so
happy about that.
You were on there with the double fingers.
Ooh, the fingers are going wild.
And your wife must be real happy. Having that much control.
No doubt. Both hands. But
so let me ask you. So you were just pressing the countdown?
Yeah, man. I can send a video like on Instagram or whatever.
It ain't that serious. I found out eventually. I was just I just like to see different tricks that people do.
Okay,
right, so check this out. Here we go. Oh wait, that's not even what I want. Oh yeah, it is. Buy now. And that error message pops up, so you just line it up.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You line it up so that you can just keep bashing it. So you go.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So try it out. Let's drop, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen? VeVe Vault's gonna put this strategy on his channel and say he was the first to ever do it.
Not if I edit it out.
With
four mobile phones, I'll have my feet out and my hands. I'm like,
dude, you say that, but I have literally used my toes before. During Clockgate, I've used my toes.
Bro, get out of here, bro.
That was before anyone knew about it. Yeah.
Imagine like being a kid or whatever, like still living with your parents or whatever, and your mum walks in and you're just standing on four mobile phones.
Like, what are you doing?
Crazy as hell.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all, I gotta head out of here soon.
Yeah,
man.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, I gotta do something before this next drop hit, so I want to make sure I'm ready for it. So,
all right.
Pleasure having me. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to just speak and say what's up to y'all. So I'm here when y'all need me, and
for sure.
When the next drop hit, just let us know. I guess we can commune at that point.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm keen as a bean.
Yeah, man. Love talking to you.
Absolutely, Jeremy, for sure.
I'm gonna head off as well, Jeremy, and I'm just gonna smash out a power nap before this drop.
There you go. All right. See you guys.